you back for your love, 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 your love. I won't let you down, I'ma make you proud.
What's up guys, Alex here, GuitarForce.com. So as you can see today we're going to take a look at a song called Pearl Cadillac by Gary Clark Jr. And what you've heard in the beginning was me practicing my vocals, which I shouldn't do. I know that, I'm not a singer, but I did it anyway because it's just a cool song and I wanted to do it a little bit for the intro. Anyway, so this lesson was requested by Robert Gonzalez, so huge thanks goes out to him for the support. And in this lesson we're going to break down all of the parts. The main parts here to concentrate are the two solos, because the rhythm guitar is very simple, nothing too complicated at all. So we're going to break down all of the parts, and if you're going to need the tabs and the backing track, which is going to be without the vocals, don't worry. It's going to be available at GuitarForce.com. I'm going to leave the links in the description box down below. Also, I'm going to post sort of cover playthrough of this song, which is going to be on my other channel, and I will also leave the link in the description box down below. For the sound I was using, same thing, the VST plugin Guitar Rig. I was using two different presets for clean guitar and for the overdriven guitar. I'm going to show you the pictures of the presets right now on the screen. While we are checking out, we're going to be in standard tuning, and I'm going to play you my low E string, so you can tune up and play along with this lesson. Alright guys, so let's go for the close-up and start the lesson. Alright, so we're going to break up this song into parts. We're going to start off with the intro, and just keep in mind that there are two guitars going on there. Gary is playing the lead guitar, and the other guitar player, is playing the rhythm guitar. Now, the interesting fact, which is kind of funny, is that the rhythm guitar player is playing on his guitar half step down. The tuning is half step down, and obviously they are playing the same chords, but the positions are going to be slightly different when you look at the rhythm guitar player and Gary. So just keep that in mind. But basically, the clean guitar, the chord progression for the entire song actually is just 3 chords. So the intro and also the verses, which are being played on a clean guitar, go like this. Alright, so pretty much that's the whole chord progression. So what we have here, we have the C sharp major chord, go into E flat minor chord, and then we go to the B major chord. So I'm in standard tuning, so these are the positions where I'm playing these chords. Now, like I said, the rhythm guitar player that is playing, he's obviously going to be playing them a fret up. So basically he's going to be playing like D, E minor, and C. But because his guitar is tuned down half a step, it's still going to sound like C sharp, D sharp minor, or E flat minor, and then B. Now, I presume that he did that maybe on purpose, because at some point he's playing these chords using the open strings. So basically like playing D here, then we have the E minor, which is here, and then C. Alright, but not to confuse you, if you just play in these positions in standard tuning, you're going to be totally fine. So the pattern is very simple. We play first the bass notes of the chord, and then picking from the second string up, we have this pattern. Then we go to the E flat minor, same pattern, and then when we get to the B chord, to the last one, so we play the bass note, and then we have sort of like a slow rake where we play all of the strings, all of the chord. Now the first two chords, we play them for half a bar each, and the last chord we stay on it for the whole bar. That's pretty much it. Now there is one variation of the chord, of the last chord, when they're playing this chord progression. So the first three times they play it as it is. So C sharp major, E flat minor, B. Three times we played like that. The fourth time, however, instead of playing B major, he plays a B major 7. So it sounds like this. And that chord they play the fourth time during the intro, the very first time. Then when they get into the verse, they play the B major 7 chord every second time. So once just a B chord, B major, and then second time he plays the B major 7. Alright, so that's the only difference. That's pretty much it for the clean guitar, and this chord progression goes on throughout the entire song. So during the verses, the rhythm guitar player is playing on the clean guitar. The same happens in the bridge. So later on in the song, you can hear after the solo, the first solo, he plays the bridge, which is being played again on the clean guitar. So that's pretty much it for the rhythm guitar for during the verses. Now, when they get into the chorus, they play on the overdriven guitar, but pretty much the same thing. Instead of playing major, minor, major, they play it as power chords. So it would sound like this. So that's rhythm guitar during the choruses, overdriven, the same chord progression. You can play it just hitting the chord and letting them ring out, or you can pick them from time to time, as long as you are staying within the timing. That's totally fine. So that's pretty much it for the rhythm guitar during the verses and choruses. Now we go and we're gonna break down the lead guitar. So during the verse we have clean guitar playing the chord progression and Gary's playing a few licks. First I'm gonna break down the licks and then I'm gonna play them in context with the chord progression. So the first lick we have 9th fret B string, bend it up full step, bring it down, and then bend up again. Like that. Second lick we have. So first we bend high E string, 9th fret, full step, quarter notes, and then we do the same as we did with the first lick. So 2 bends on the 9th fret of the B string. Next lick we have. So here, B string, same fret, bending up a full step, quarter note, and then bending half step more. So up to the step and a half. Like that. And then the last lick that we have in the first verse goes like this. So high E string, 9th fret, bend it up, quickly bring it down, pull off to 6, and go to the second string, 9th fret, bend up, bring it down, and then play 7th fret, add some vibrato, and then 8th fret on the G string, slide out. Alright, so now I'm going to play all of the licks in context of the chord progression. But just keep in mind, I'm going to be playing on the overdriven guitar, but during the verses, it's clean guitar, okay? But just for the, to show you how the licks are integrated with the chord progression, I'm going to be playing them on the overdriven guitar. So it goes like this. Basically, all of the licks are being played during the B chord. All right, so the whole verse number 1 with the licks goes like this. Okay, so that was verse number 1, lead guitar. Now we go to the first chorus. Again, same thing applies here, but now we do play on the overdriven guitar. So the first lick that we have goes like this. B string, 9th fret, bend it up, bring it down, quickly pull off to 7, back to the 9th fret, add some vibrato. Second lick goes like this. So again, bend on the 2nd string, 9th fret, starts off on the off beats, and so it's a little bit longer bend and release. Bring it down, pull off to 7, and then go to the same notes, but bend it step and a half. Third lick we have. So high E string, 9th fret, bend it up full step, bring it down. Same on the B string, 9th fret, bend it up, bring it down, and pick the notes, add some vibrato. And the last phrase, the last lick of the first chorus goes like this. So here 2 bends. The first one is full step, B string, 9th fret. A little bit longer one, bring it down, and then play again the bend but step and a half. Like that, bring down. And now I'm going to play all of the licks in context of the chord progression. Again, all of the licks pretty much are happening on the B chord. So it goes like this. Alright, now we go for the second verse. Again, same structure. The first lick that we have. Here we have a longer release of the bend, so B string, 9th fret, bend it up full step, and then gradually bring it down. Like that. Next lick that we have. High E string, 9th fret, bend it up, bring it down, and then go to the B string, full step bend, and then another half step. Like that. Next lick, 7th fret on the B string, add some vibrato. We stay on this for 2 beats, and then slide out from the 8th fret on the G string. And the last lick that we have during the second verse. So slide out on the low E string from around 12th fret or something like that, and then high E string, 9th fret, bend it up and slide out. So these are the licks during the second verse. In context with the chord progression goes like this. Again, just keep in mind that it's being played on the clean guitar, but I'm playing on the overdriven. Alright, so it goes like this. Alright, moving on, we have the second chorus. Again, same idea applies here. So during the first bar that we have, so basically we have the two chords. When we get to the E flat chord, you can hear that note, which is 8th fret on D string, a little bit more pronounced. It is part of the chord, but it's just a little bit more pronounced. So, you know, you can kind of accent that note if you want to during this part. Alright, so the lick that we have, the first one, during the second chorus, we have. So bend on the B string 9th fret, bend it up, bring it down, pull off to 7, and then the 6 is part of the chord. The 6 on the D string, again, is a part of the chord. But again, it's a little bit more pronounced, so you can play it, add some vibrato. The next lick that we have, so high E string 9th fret, bend it up, the whole step, bring it down, pick the note, add some vibrato. And the last lick of the second chorus. So here we have 9th fret, B string, bend it up, then we go to the high E 7 to 9, back to the B string 9th fret, bend it up, bring it down, and add some vibrato. Like that. Alright, so here are the licks in the context of chord progression. Alright, so these are the parts, the licks that we play on the lead guitar during the first and second verses and choruses. Now we go for the first solo, and we're gonna break it up into licks and phrases, and then I'm gonna play the whole solo, all of the parts together. Alright, so the first phrase of the solo goes like this. Okay, so here starts off on same fret, same string, second string, 9th fret. Bend up a full step and then another half step. Then we do the opposite. We bend up the whole step and a half, and then after that we go right into the bend with the full step. Like that. So all together. And we stay on this bend, and then as we stay on the bend, we pick high E on the 9th fret and go to the 7th fret on the B string, add some vibrato, and then finish off the phrase with the bend on the B string 9th fret, high E 9th fret. So all together one more time, this phrase goes like this. Alright, moving on, the next phrase goes like this. Alright, so I'm going to stop right here. So we have a bend on a B string 9th fret, bend it up, bring it down, pull off to 7, and then quickly go to the 6th fret. Add some vibrato, then we have a triplet. So 6, 7, 9, and then pick that note again on the 9th fret. And then here he just slides up real quick, up to around 11th fret or something like that. Doesn't really matter because it's just a quick slide up. And then we continue with the phrase. Actually, there is a rest, and then. So that's the continuation of the phrase. So going back, we have, so here 6, 8 on G string, then going 7, 9 on the B. a little bit quicker, these notes. 9 frets, we end on this note, and then again quickly kind of slide up. First add some vibrato, and then quickly slide up. Then we repeat it again, and then third time. So we do the same, 6-8 on a G, 7-9, but we go right into the bend on the 9th fret. Bring it down, quickly pull off to 7, and then we have 2 bends. So 10th fret on a B, then go into the 9th frets, bend, and here he bends the note, and we stay on this note for 3 beats, and actually 4 beats. And as you bend it up, he does this kind of very, very slow vibrato, or lowering the pitch of the note. So you bend up a full step, but then kind of bring it down half a step down, then bend up again. So something like that. And then we have, so it's 7 B string, then we go to the G8, back to the B7 fret, bend on the B string 9th fret, then quickly 7 to 9 to finish off the phrase on the high E string. So one more time, this phrase slowly gonna go like this. Then we continue with the next phrase. So here we have a triplet feel now. Going to the high E string 9th fret, bend it up, bring it down. Then we do the same on the B string, same fret, but going to the 7th fret here. Then bend again on the 9th fret of the B string. Then quickly 7 to 9, then we go to the 7 to 9 on the high E, 7 on the B string, then pick that note again, quickly go to the G string 8th fret, and 9th fret on the B string, 2 bends, bend up, bring it down, bend up, and then slide out from the low E string around 12th fret. So that's pretty much it for the first solo. Now I'm going to play the whole thing, all of the parts together. It goes like this. Alright, so after that we have the break, which is being played on a clean guitar. Same chord progression, exactly the same. And now we're going to go into the second solo, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to break it up into parts, and then I'm going to play the whole solo, all of the parts together. So it starts off with... Alright, so this phrase starts off with 4 bends, B string 9th fret. The first one, actually the solo starts off with a slide out, and then we go right into the bends. So the bends are 4 bends. The first one starts off on the first beat of the bar, so we go 1, 2, 3, and on the end, 3 ends, we play another bend. We stay until the end of the bar. Going into the next one, we play 2 bends as quarter notes, so 1, 2, and the second one we stay on it for 2 beats, and as you play it, add some vibrato. Then we go into triplets up until this moment, so bend 9th fret, B string, bring it down, 7th fret, then we go 6, 7, same string, 9 on high E, back to the B string 7th fret. staying on this note for a little bit longer. Then we have, so 8th fret on the G string, going back to the B, 6, 7, 9 on high E, and then bend it up. So one more time, the whole phrase goes like this. After that, we go into the next part of the solo, into the next phrase, which is a little bit lengthy one. So we're gonna break it up into parts. So it starts off with, you can hit like dead strings here on the first beat of the bar, and then we go into these triplets. So it starts off 6, 7, 9 B string, 9 on high E, back to the B string, bend up 9 frets, pick that note, bring it down, pick that note, 7, then go to high E 9, and back to the 7 on the B string. Like that. And then we go into, so 6, 7, played as 16th notes, followed by 9 frets on the high E string. And we play this for 3 times. And then third time we get to the high E, 9 frets, bend it up, and then quickly go to the B string and gradual bend here on the 9th fret. Sorry. Like that. Then we continue again the same kind of phrasing. So here, the last time, the third time, again, getting to the 9th fret on the high E string, pick it, bend it up, bring it down this time. Then we continue. So from the start of that part, we have, so here 8 frets on the G string, and it's played kind of like a half step bend, like that. And here we go into triplets. So G string 8 fret with a half step bend, then we go to 6, 7 on the B string, 9 on the high E, but this time we play as triplets. And then last time when we play 6, 7, then 9, 11, back to 9. And then we have these 2 bends, so 10th fret, B string, bend it up, add some vibrato, then 9 frets, bend it up, add some vibrato, and then grace note, quick hammer on from 7 to 9 on the B string and add some vibrato. Okay, so that's the first part, sort of the first part of the solo. Now we're going to change the positions, and the first phrase goes like this. So sliding into the 14 frets on B string, going to 16, 14 on the high E, then we have bend on the 16th fret, high E string, 14 on the B, high E 16 with some vibrato. Then we have again 14, 16 on the B, 14, 16 on the high E string. This time we play it as 16th notes. And we get to the bend on the 16th fret. The first one is full step. And as you stay on this bend, then again add half a step more, so bend a step and a half altogether, and then again the whole step, just a full step, and adding some vibrato. So like that. Then we get into triplets. All right, so 14, 16, B string, 14 on high E, 16 on high E, bend it up, release. Then we have 14, 16 B string, high E 16, bend it up, bring it down. And then we have a quick 14, 16 on the B, 14 on high E, bend it up 16th fret, bring it down. Add some vibrato. And after that we have... Alright, so let me break it down. So we start off with, here we have triplets, 16th notes. So we go into the F sharp minor pentatonic here. So starting off high E string 14th fret, B string 17 to 14, bend on a G string 16th fret, then we go 14 B, 14 high E, bending B string on the 17th fret, I'm sorry. Then we repeat again, up until this moment we repeat this phrase again, so 2 of these. Bend on the B string 17th fret, and then again 14 high E, 17 to 14 on B. So that's one bar. Altogether slowly is going to be like this. And we go into the next bar here. For 3 beats we're going to be doing so just repetitive lick, this bending on the G string 16th fret, B 14, high E 14. We play it for 6 times all together, and then we finish off with the bend on the B string 17th fret, and then again this part 14 high E, 17 to 14 on the B string. Then we go into the next bar, which goes like this. Alright, let me stop right here. So we have, first of all, we have the bend 16th fret high E string, just bending up, staying on this note, and then we have another bend, but with the release. So we have, and then we go into triplets, and so 14, 16, 13, 14 on high E string. Then we move on to the B string. We have 14, 16, 12, 14, 11, 12, and then we go to the to the G string. We have 11, 13. So up until this moment it's all triplets. And then we have, so here we go into 16th notes. So we have bend 13th fret G string, bend it up, go right into 11th fret to 13, 13 on the D string, then back again to the G string 11, 13, and then we slide into the 15th fret on the G string, and then add 14 on the high E string. And after that we have, so basically sliding into that 15th fret. It's a quick note and adding the 14 on the high E, and you can leave it as a double stop, as a sixth, like that. So we do this for 5 times altogether, actually 6 times, and after that we have the slide out from around 12th fret, 14, something like that on the low E string, and that's how we end the solo. So these are all of the licks broken down into parts. Now I'm going to play the whole solo, all of the parts together, and it goes like this. Alright guys, so that was it for this lesson. I hope you liked it. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up. Also comment, share, subscribe if you are new to my channel. Don't forget to visit GuitarForce.com for more guitar lessons. In the meantime, I'll see you again. Take it easy, and as always, let the force be with you.